All praise to the Most High, who is the power and source of the children of light, and shares the glory with no man. Today I'm going to come a little different. Running Gematria is the title of this lesson. I woke up one morning and came into my kitchen, and I saw a dead water bug on my kitchen floor. The Most High speaks to me through nature, through dreams. And I just take the subject of what he shows me and I run it through Gematria. The first thing when I ran dead water bug on kitchen floor, one of the codes popped up, Christians are abomination. And another code said, God despises Sodom, it's filthy. So once I put the two codes together and began to run the numbers, I came up with Christians are abominable sodomites. Now I'm not saying all Christians are, but as I began to break this down with the word, and you should get an idea of what I'm talking about. Revelation 17:1 says, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Revelation 17:15 says, and he said to me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people, multitudes, nations, and tongues. And Revelation 17:5 says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, an abomination of the earth. So you ask, who is this great whore? It is the Roman Catholic Church. It sits, rests, to have a fixed and designated place to dwell. What is this fixed dwelling place? According to Revelation 17:15, it is the people, a great multitude of them, that have different ethnic backgrounds and speak different languages. There's about 3.5 billion of them, and they are called Christians. The Roman Catholic Church is the mother of harlots. This means it is the mother of all churches. It doesn't matter if you have a small church located in the country or a mega church. They are all birthed from the mother harlot, the Roman Catholic Church. If your church is 5013C, then it is government ran, and the Jesuits, Roman Catholic Church, runs it all. These people have infiltrated politics, religion, the educational system, and the commerce system. See, those are the four major things that controls this beast system. When the lockdown came or the shutdown came, it was your governments or your government that shut down the church and everything. But for a long time, they told us that the church and the state were separated. But now we see and understand that this is a lie. It's all part of the beast system. In Revelation 18:3, it is written, for all nations have drunk the wine of her wrath, of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. We notice that that steeple that's located on the top of the church is an obelisk, which represents a penis shaft. That's what an obelisk is. He may get mad behind this next statement, but the church is nothing but a whorehouse where you come in, do your rituals, and idol worship. I mean, we know we're not blind that the pastors are committing adultery and fornication with their members. Now when you go to church, people are half dressed, like I put in a video of idolatry, wearing tight clothes, revealing secret parts of the body. So it doesn't change. The church is a place of idol worship. All churches are built on high places, mounds. Who you study? Now I ran a cipher, and it also says, blonde hair, blue-eyed man is Beelzebub. The Pleiadians and Ta, Semyaza, are real people. Once I began to put the numbers together, I come up with possessed humans, or a race of aliens. Beelzebub is another name for Baal, also called the Lord of Flies. This is why Mike Pence had that fly on his head. The Most High is revealing to you whom they worship. He worshipped Baal, the Lord of Flies. It's all sun gods. You'll hear him call himself a Christian. It's all the same. Pleiadians are a race that will pretend to be friendly here in these end times when they come in. They are pale-skinned people with blonde hair and blue eyes. Ta is leader of the Pleiadians, who lives in the third dimension of reality, also a craftsman and builder. Semyaza was the leader of the fallen in the book of Enoch. These spirits are moving around today because of their ability to possess humans. It's not that they're gone, it's that they possess humans and move around. Then I ran another cipher and it said the spot where Lucifer landed, Los Angeles, completely leveled. Los Angeles, Lucifer return spot. And we all see what's going on in Los Angeles, in California. They're on fire, volcanoes erupting. I mean, they're about to become desolate. And we see this. So I can see is what the numbers said, that this is going to be the return spot for the fallen. A plan makes Washington, D.C. a crater, destroys the builders of satanic kingdom. Washington, D.C. is Satan's kingdom. Notice how Ta is a builder and craftsman, and the code brings you right back to Ta. Destroy the builders of the satanic kingdom, whom Ta is a craftsman and builder. In Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, it is written, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, the rulers of darkness of this world, and spiritual wickedness in high places. See, our battle is not against man or other humans, but against the archons, who are the reptilian lizard and Draco dragons, or draconian dragons. Archon means king, and they are the king of kings, who are your politicians, presidents, the United Nations, anyone who is in power. The Khazars are on the road, worshiping the reptilians. Khazars worship reptilians. Who are the Khazars? Well, they are the ones that call themselves Jews, the Ashkenazi from Germany. These are the ones that is really in power. I believe the Roman Catholic Church answers to them. They fund the Roman Catholic Church. These are straight up Lucifer people. You know, our book, these are the Gentiles, the beasts of the field that inserted themselves into the book of the law and called themselves Jews, which the Most High never called us Jews. I mean, if the letter J isn't in the New Testament era, then you know it's not in the Old Testament era. We were called the children of the Most High, the children of light. We wasn't called African American. We wasn't called niggers or Negroes, Black Americans, blacks, African Americans, none of that. We are simply the children of the Most High. These people are wicked. Wicked. These people are behind the cannibalism, the abducting of kids. And you're going to find out that the reptilian race they call Greys, they might not be reptilian, but they are the Greys. These are who do the kidnapping. So a lot of this stuff is hid. Yeah, kids are being kidnapped, but who's doing it? These spirits are behind it. The draconian dragons and the reptilian lizards. Moving on. Will Smith is Neptunian, host body of the dragon Satan. Will Smith, Satan possessed. See, this popped up in the codes. This shouldn't be no surprise to anyone. All your A-list actors, movie stars, athletes, musicians, pastors, they all are demon possessed. They all have sold their souls. They no longer own their souls. They're nothing but puppets and characters out there playing a role. His unforgettable blue eyes, shapeshifter, hybrid, polygon, iris, shapeshifter blue eyes, cloaking device is what this means. And some of you may not be about to agree with what I'm saying. But what happened in the garden? Well, you must understand that it wasn't about no fruit. See, this tree that was in the midst of the garden was an imaging tool that bends light. It was a piece of wood. That's why it was called a tree. The writers back then couldn't explain it, so they went by what they saw, a piece of wood with a light on it. So you must understand that the fallen is way ahead of us in technology. Cloning just didn't start no 60 years ago. It's been around since the beginning. But this tool that was in the garden was able to bend light. And it caused this serpent, what they see, what they call a serpent, to shapeshift before Eve. And she thought it was something desirable. Now, even JC says over in the New Testament, when they were sinning, he called them, you brood of vipers. Same thing as these reptilians he was talking about. Because you do know that there are two JCs in the New Testament. One always talks about keeping the Father's law, statutes, and commandments and doing his will. And the other one tries to take the place of the Most High. I'm pretty sure Rap the News has talked about it enough. Even Mr. The News. They have given you the lowdown, the breakdown on it. So I don't have to elaborate on that too much. But this cloaking device, it bends light. And what she thought she saw was a lizard, a reptilian. And that's another story that I will break down soon. But also, there is a financial reset in January. The city will be torn apart. Financial reset destroys the city. Well, we know that the money is about to change to a whole different entire system, cryptocurrency. And before it changes, it's about to be hell on earth. No food, no water. People can't buy, can't sell. They're going to be breaking houses, killing people and everything. So you must be prepared and covered with the Most High. Once again, turn back to the Most High. Begin to keep His laws, statutes, and commandments. Children of the Most High. This is our only way out. It's about to get bad. It ain't got bad yet, but our job is just sit back and watch it. We don't go out protesting. No. No, we live by a different set of laws, the commandments. You see, I ran a site. I ran my name. And I've talked to some people about it. And it said, we've made it to Eden. Portal Exodus or Exodus Portal. And I'm going to do a study on that, a lesson on that. But see, Adam and Eve was kicked out of Eden. And I think they failed. That's what it says, the fall of man. It ain't no I think they failed. They failed. But they just didn't fall from the sky. It came through a portal. And they may have been in a vehicle, some type of vehicle. You ever heard Rap the News say you keep having dreams about being in some type of vehicle, a bus or something he's traveling in. You see, I think that the children of the Most High is going to Exodus through a portal. I know it sounds strange and it sounds far-fetched, but the truth sounds far-fetched when you hear lies all the time. And this is what the numbers are saying in Gematria. We will Exodus through a portal. If you saw that movie, The Avengers, you see when they shot that beam up to the sky and a portal opened up and the demons were able to come in? But that's what's going on right now. Demons are coming in through a portal. And we're going to exit through a portal. The portal Exodus. You know, Most High said that, once we were kicked out of the garden, we fell to earth. And we've been trying ever since to get back home. See, the Most High said in Psalm 41 that He was going to bring us up out of this miry clay. And miry clay means captivity, prison, a dungeon. And we the tribe, we know what He's talking about. But He said He's going to set our feet up on the rock. See, I think the rock is Eden, where we were kicked out of, where Adam and Eve was kicked out of. And we're getting ready to head through this Exodus portal and go back home. And when we go back, I think the Most High is going to skill us in a bunch of stuff. Fighting. When we come back, I believe that they're going to be built a new world with floating cities, flying cars. It's going to be wild. But they're going to look, and they're going to see us coming. And they're going to say something like, I don't know what's going on, but I see a bunch of niggas coming. And they look like they have a whole bunch of fight coming with them. You see, you reap what you sow. What you did to us is what you're going to get. They said a lot of them know this. That's why they're hiding underground. They took their architects, their engineers. They're getting ready to build that new city because they know the Most High is going to damage some things with a destroyer. So keep those laws, statutes, and commandments. Continue to follow after the Most High because it's Exodus time. All praise to the Most High, who is the power and source of the children of light, and shares the glory with no man. Be blessed, family.